since I saw Ghostbusters Afterlife, I have started watching horror movies every year in October starting in 2022, and now we got 6 new movies coming out next year. So today, I'm gonna stop and rank all 6 Blumhouse horror movies coming out in 2025 based on my anticipation. Hi, my name is William Chalk. Welcome to my channel. Join me down below in the comments section. Share your ranking of all 6 Blumhouse horror movies coming out in 2025. My list is not the right list, it's just my list and I would love to see yours. Let's get started. For me, easily coming in last place is The Woman in the Yard. One of Blumhouse Productions' 2 completely original concepts to be eyeing a 2025 release date. Little is known about The Woman in the Yard. With no details on the plot to speak of, industry buzz around the film has been scarce, with Blumhouse playing their cards close to the chest with the title. It's worth mentioning that a 1999 thriller book of the same name exists, revolving around the investigation of a black woman's murder in 1950s North Carolina, but so far the upcoming film has not claimed to be an adaptation.
There I see a woman carrying something that looks like a pick with a chain and a mallet head.
What few details can be gleaned about the upcoming film revolve around the cast and crew. Jaume Colette Serra is slated to direct, having some horror experience thanks to films like House of Wax and Orphan early on in his career, but is better known for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's star vehicles Jungle Cruise and Black Adam. Actors Akwui Okpakwazili, Danielle Deadwyler, and Russell Hornsby are also confirmed for the cast of The Woman in the Yard, though all 3 are more known for TV and theater acting rather than horror films. Number 5, Drop. The second original release for Blumhouse Productions in 2025, details are similarly scarce for Drop as they are for The Woman in the Yard. While the film's true logline remains a complete mystery, Drop is said to be a fast-paced thriller. If Blumhouse Productions' track record is anything to go off of, Drop will at the very least have heavy shades of horror, if not being an outright horror thriller, but the chances of a more dramatic story aren't to be completely disregarded. Once again, the most relevant details currently available about Drop surround the talent it has managed to acquire.
You have 1 new message.
Drop will be directed by Blumhouse horror veteran Christopher Landon, a filmmaker whose movie catalog includes modern horror comedy classics like Happy Death Day, Freaky, and Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. Landon also worked on the majority of the Paranormal Activity films as a screenwriter. Drop will also be hosting a cast of working actors of middling fame, such as Meghan Fahy from HBO darling The White Lotus, with one glaring exception. One young Jacob Robinson, a viral child content creator known for his TikTok witticisms, is making his feature film debut in Drop. Number 4, Megan 2.0. Megan was a commercially and critically successful horror comedy from Blumhouse Productions that leaned into its silly premise to get great effect. The film follows a genius toy maker who ends up adopting her niece after the tragic death of her parents, though she struggles to connect with children. After building the android companion Megan to help, things quickly go wrong when the pint-sized robot quickly starts operating outside the boundaries of its original programming. The titular robot makes a strong argument for a new iconic horror villain with a surprising amount of personality despite her artificial origins.
Great job.
It's nice to have a friend.
Blumhouse seems to have learned Megan's success loud and clear and is responding in kind with a sequel praised for release in the summer of 2025. Luckily, Megan's ambiguous ending has some implications that will make it easy for the tale of the killer child companion to continue, even if Megan 2.0 is light on plot details at the time of writing. Director Gerard Johnstone, also known for the quietly successful chiller Housebound, is rumored to return. Name dropped by Jason Blum personally, Megan 2.0 might be Blumhouse's most anticipated 2025 project. In third place, The Black Phone 2. A smashing success in the perilous movie market, still reeling from the effects of the pandemic, The Black Phone was a low-budget film released by Blumhouse in 2022. Adapted from a short story by Joe King, the pen name of the son of Stephen King, the film follows the plight of a young boy named Finney who is abducted by the nauseating serial killer known as the Grabber, using the titular black phone to communicate with the ghosts of his past victims and plan his escape. One of Blumhouse's most profitable investments, it's no wonder The Black Phone is getting a sequel. How exactly the story of Finney and the Grabber can continue is a tougher puzzle to decipher. The story of The Black Phone is quite self-contained, though a prequel story featuring Finney's cousin Gwen appeared in the horror anthology VHS 85 under the title Dreamkill. It's possible that a sequel will further explore the history of Finney's hereditary psychic abilities, but there's an equal chance the film will age the protagonist up in a similar vein as Mike Flanagan's Dr. Sleep. Our runner-up, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Closing out Blumhouse Productions' 2025 lineup is none other than the horror phenomenon Five Nights at Freddy's 2. The first film was based on the hit indie horror video game of the same name. Though Five Nights at Freddy's took some significant liberties with the source material's labyrinthine lore. The film stars the Hunger Games' Josh Hutcherson as Mike, a down-on-his-luck security guard haunted by guilt after his younger brother is abducted on his watch. Mike takes a new job at a security guard as a mysterious abandoned pizzeria infested with killer animatronics.
We're going to have so much fun together.
Five Nights at Freddy's wasn't well received by critics, but die-hard fans of the series appreciated the adaptation for what it was. With 9 video games in this series to pull inspiration from, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 will have no issues with generating story ideas, as both Scooby-Doo's Matthew Lillard's William Afton and Jim Henson's Creature Shop are slated to return to color the follow-up film's murderous cast of animatronics. Appearing to loom over the holiday release schedule, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 just might be Blumhouse's most successful horror film of 2025. But of course, coming in first place is Wolfman. The Dark Universe has been a difficult project for Universal. Hoping to recap the recognition of their most famous classic monster movie names, including Frankenstein's monster, Dracula, and the Wolfman, Universal has made several passes at bringing together what they refer to as the Dark Universe. Their first efforts at building the cinematic franchise came and went with 2014's Dracula Untold, which ended in a painfully obvious attempt to set up future films. 2017's The Mummy was a similar disappointment, failing to establish the Dark Universe as a franchise.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? Hello? We were in an accident.
Recently, Leigh Whannell's The Invisible Man, released in 2020, resulted in one of the best revamps of a classic Universal monster property, focusing on simply telling a great, chilling horror tale rather than hastily setting up sequels with MCU-style post-credit scenes. At first, it seemed as though Universal was content to let sleeping dogs lie with the Dark Universe concept, but thanks to Blumhouse, they may finally be ready to take a third swing at the idea.
And we were attacked. I think my husband was infected.
Enter Wolfman, a modern adaptation of the 1941 classic creature feature, The Wolfman, bringing back Whannell to tackle an engaging contemporary retelling of an iconic horror tale. Not much plot details are known about Wolfman beyond the bare bones werewolf concept. The film will star indie actor Christopher Abbott as Lawrence Larry Talbot, the original werewolf character from the 1941 film. Whether Wolfman will finally attempt to tie the Invisible Man to a successful version of the Dark Universe, or simply be content to effectively remix another classic title remains to be seen. If you enjoyed this video, remember to hit the subscribe button down below for new videos every day and write a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching,